Cut the juice. Codeine got me tripping. Yo, yo. Yo, yo. What's up, family? What's going on? Okay, then. Australia on deck. You dig? What's happening? My day was good, man. Had a blessed day. Had a great. What's up, Queen? Had a great day. Dale, what's happening? Had a great day. Obviously got a chance. Woke up this morning. Read the devotional. Stayed prayed up. Meditated this morning. Um, what else? Had a great workout. Dropped the kids off and went and did some yoga. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What's going on, brethren? Destiny, what it do? Bless family. So, yeah, it was a good day, man. How was yours? Just waiting for a quick second, man, before we get to it. Fathers Incorporated, salute. What's happening, good people? Need y'all, man. Need y'all out here. It's a lot of dads going through it. Make sure y'all, for anybody that's on here, make sure y'all holler at Fathers Incorporated, man. Great organization. We're going to dive into it in 1 second, just giving everybody some time to get on y'all. Something got me tripping. Classy lady, what's happening? I don't know how you pin this stuff. Gotta figure that out. Let's see here. Pin your... Oh, it's late. Oh, boy, as soon as you said 4 a.m., sheesh. Salute, family. Get you some rest, man. About to dive into this topic in a second. Just waiting a little bit. The one with the nanny agency. Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. David, what's happening? Oh, that's what's up. Let's see here. Go ahead and do a temperature check real quick. Blessings to you too. We do it right. Appreciate that.
What's up, King? What's up?
Blessings, King. How you?
Man, I never felt better. Well, I could feel better, but I feel good. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
That's good.
You know, we're gonna obviously we be starting one way, man. It's gonna go another.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's your topic tonight, man?
I think we're gonna go with let me make sure I word this the right way, because I got it from a meme that I seen earlier. And it said, and the topic is could you date somebody else that nobody wants? So there, I seen this thing on one of my partners sent it to me. But it said, somebody said having the same parents with all your siblings is a flex. So somebody commented on top of that and said, if your dad ain't getting no bitches, just say that.
If your dad wasn't, they kind of went out.
It said if your dad ain't getting no bitches, just say that.
It is a lot of them out there spread out, ain't it?
Oh man, so it's basically like, do you really want someone that no one else wants? So
But
that's
you know
where.
what? You know what though, Josh? When I was coming up, man, my grandmother said that there's a lid for every pot.
Mm.
So I guess to me, there's no such thing as somebody that nobody wants. Believe me, somebody want
I
them.
said that right. I said the
Yeah,
same thing.
somebody want them.
I
You
said
can
the
believe
same
that.
thing. I said the
But to
same
me,
thing.
I look at people just like books. You know what I'm saying? To me, books come in a lot of different covers. You know what I'm saying? Some of the covers are beautiful. Some of them are plain. Some of them are, you know what I'm saying? Really, it's the cover that catches the eye. And then
Right.
when you open the book though and start reading the story, that's either going to determine whether you're going to keep reading or just close it up and go and find another book.
That's
So,
wise words from a trill OG. I love it. You
well,
have
I
a way.
appreciate.
It's all about the way with words.
Yeah, it is. That's my thing. That's my thing. That's my biggest thing. I feel like my words are just so important. I don't care who I'm talking to,
Right.
anybody. And, you know, from my last conversation, that's what I told you.
He said it's some thick and thin books too.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, brother. That's true. And just like we were saying, though, once you start reading the story, and if it captivates you, you're going to keep reading. But if it's a boring book, I don't care what the cover looks like. What's on the inside is what matters. So to me, there's no such thing as somebody that nobody wants. Believe me. Believe me, somebody wants you. Even if it's just for companion, you know, companionship. Um, somebody wants you. Trust me. Somebody wants you somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real, OG. I always love the way you spin stuff, man. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all good. So if
We
you want to
gon' we
keep
gon'
moving, brother, you know, I'm going to keep listening. If you want to invite me back on, you know, I'm going to give somebody else a chance to give their opinion
No,
too. So,
I'm always invite you on, OG. I
oh,
gotta,
and
you
I'm,
know, I gotta pick and choose the topics for you though. You got way too much, man. You know what I'm saying?
see now, look, look, y'all. I'm not paying Josh to say any of this. All right, I'm not paying for this at all. So, you know, I don't know where you're getting this from, Josh, but I'm not gonna pay you for those statements, brother.
I'm just saluting you, man, because you know I appreciate the words of wisdom. You know what I mean, and the way that you word things, it makes a difference, especially
Yeah,
to the people on the other end of it. And that's a responsibility that we all have. We have to be mindful of our words and the things that we say and how we present them, even if it is the truth.
that's
We
right.
still,
That's
you
right.
know, and we still have that responsibility. So
That's right.
I just want to salute you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate that, brother. I see Destiny just came in. She said, "Where is her lid?"
I know that's right.
Believe me, it's out there. It's probably sitting on the wrong pot though by now, cause you know. But it's out there. Yeah, it's out there.
Already, brother. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how this thing spin though, OG. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think?
I'll probably come back to you for sure.
Well, I'm gonna be listening. I'm gonna listen.
I'm gonna listen too. I'm gonna see what these folks gonna say. I'm
All
gonna
right,
listen
brother.
too. You know,
All right, brother.
last night was such a heavy one, man. I try to give it some balance. You know what I'm saying? Just finding
Yeah,
different things, man, because it'd be funny, like some of the stuff that be popping up on social media, man. It's like, where do y'all get this stuff from?
hey man, they don't make it up. Believe that. They
That's real.
don't make it up.
That's
This
real.
social media, it's something else. I got some topics too that I want to let fly out, but now isn't the time for them. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man, you need to shoot them to me, OG.
Oh, I am. I am. I'm gonna shoot them to you. I'm gonna compile
We
them
gonna
all
dive.
together and send them to you, and we just go from there.
I bet we gonna dive in.
Do your thing, brother.
All right.
Holla.
later.
Yeah. Get me out.
OG with the trill. Okay then. See if we can get us a newbie on deck. You know, someone who wants you. Okay, Rhonda Marie with the change up on the what's that called? The avatar. All right, Miss Kanisha, come on now. What did you miss? So the topic is, would you date somebody that nobody else wants? Miss Kaylin, let me know what you think about that. See these folks out here running from the smoke. Smoke in the city, man. Who else on here? It's Destiny. They running from the smoke. Let's see if this one work. I just scroll all the way back up. Oh well. So I guess give it to them anyway. We need to know. Had to turn on permission, so I'm gonna invite you back. Let's see if it worked this time. Let's see here. See if it worked. Let's see if it worked now. Queens G18. I might have to get you on here too. Still ain't getting no love. Come on, Miss Kanisha. Waiting to start that thing up. All right. That ain't working. Let's see here. Try it. It's somebody for everybody. That's true. At all times, that is true. But that ain't answering the question, my boy. The question is, would you? Would you? Everybody said, come on, man. So at the same time, it's like, y'all remember when Miss Curry had that moment, you know, she made those comments on, I think it was it Red Table Talk? It was something that she did where she just was like, you know, she still want to feel like she's attracted to people even though she's in a committed relationship. Whoop-de-whoop. Y'all come on. I know they running from it. Then they see. That's crazy. I'm gonna try one more, Miss Destiny. I'm gonna have to get you on. These folks out here hit me with the Kobe Bryant pump fake. Man. Man, my dog, look, everybody laughing, man. They pump faking your boy, man. Hey, Scales. You know what? Hold that thought, man. Y'all keep playing. See my dog. Hold on. Hold on. Yes, sir. Bet. See what my dog gonna do. Everybody pump faking, man. What do you mean by still got? I tell you, man. See, I knew my partner would pick up. What's happening, bro?
Man, what it do?
Ain't nothing, bro. What going on with you? You off? You grinding? What you got going?
Man, I'm just chilling, bro. I'm chilling at the crib.
So
About to lay
look,
it
man.
down.
I always appreciate how your mind works. So I had a quick question, man, because we be jumping on here often, doing a little different topics, man. I wanted to lighten it up tonight because yesterday we was talking about toxic relationships and it was heavy, boy.
Well, I bet it was.
So the question tonight is, man, could you date somebody that nobody else wants?
Could I?
If your homeboys ain't high-fiving you because you got something solid, even though that's surface level, but just hear me, bro. Could you, could you bring somebody? Could you wipe something, bro? That according to standards, nobody else wanted. Overtime Shay, don't come in here with that. What you got? Don't come. You
Could
missed a
I?
good one last night, Overtime Shay.
Could I?
See,
I
my
mean,
boy.
shit. If nobody else want her and I want her, hey, I guess it's gonna have to be.
Hey, bro, you searching for answers, bro. I'm just saying, real shit.
Wait, I mean, come on now, bro. You know, is it like what we working with?
That's my point. Hey, bro, that's my point, dog.
What we
That's
working
my
with?
point, bro.
Like we
Cause
working
you,
with?
because the problem is, man, is a lot of us are dating, bro, for the high five for approval.
Facts.
So let me share with you, for those people who just joined on. Let me share with y'all where I got this from. I seen something on Instagram. Somebody posted, and it said, having the same parents with all of your siblings is a flex. That was the original post, right? Somebody went on top of that and said, if your dad ain't getting no bitches, just say that. So the question is, do you really want someone that no one else wants?
Shit, yeah, I'm sure. Well, no. Hey, bro, I can't help you now.
Huh?
I can't help you.
Why not, bro?
I can't help you, bro.
I need you to jump in, bro.
I mean, yeah, of course you can. I mean, that somebody don't want, but it's always gonna be somebody want someone.
We ain't talking about this. You give me the politically correct, bro. What does that look like for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are your standards? Are you the type that when you walking with your old lady, bro, do you really be like, I hope I don't bump into somebody? Or would you be like, I'm proud, I'm rocking with Shawty, that's all that matters?
No, yeah, I'm proud, and that's all that matters. I ain't gonna have nobody to sit up there and be like, well, you know what? I take that back. I had a situation, but I wasn't dealing with the chick at that time, and the chick came up to me. Well, she started to come up to me, and I was like, man, I hope she don't come up here and try to say something, because I was with my girl at the time. Boy, she must have came up to me and was like, hey, Scales. My girl turned around and just shoved her. Bam! I was like, but that was it, though. It didn't go no further. But I wasn't messing with the chick. You know, that was long gone. That was past. I ain't even crossed that path no more. It was that,
Right.
she was trying to be friendly, and my girl at the time wasn't having it. But so yeah, I'll be able to, I'll be able to walk the streets and be fine. For real.
They on your ass in the comments, bro. Shit, they on both of us. They talking about we both hell.
Yeah, why? Why we here?
Oh man.
Hey, I'm for real.
People want to know, bro, was she a looker? I'm just setting it up for the next one, bro, because I'm gonna come in heavy with this one. I'm just saying, bro. I had to give you the starter to get the folks. Look, I had to wake them up a little bit, bro.
Yeah, I'm in tune, bro. I'm in tune.
You ready now?
Wait for me? Hold on.
You ready? I'm ready. I'm saying to ask you, bro, the question.
You gonna ask me the question?
Yeah, bro.
Let me see. What you got?
They talking about I'm full of it tonight. So, part of that also stems from the Aisha Curry situation, but we ain't gonna dive into that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But why do you feel people are so afraid to commit?
I mean, I think it's hard dealing with for like hoopers. Hell yes, it's hard. It's hard to commit, and I say that because you don't know what these motherfuckers out here about. You know what I'm saying?
Look. He said, "Yep, I'm out."
Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Real
Oh
shit.
boy.
Real shit.
That fool said he out, bro. Oh man, what do you think, bro? It ain't even a hooper thing, man. Real shit, bro.
I'm saying like
For somebody listening,
no.
bro,
I'm
that's trying
saying
to.
for like for your profession of what you're doing. That's what what I'm saying. That's what we did. That's what we do. So it's to commit. Come on now, it's a lot of chicks that you can probably talk to and choose and have. Is that the right one for you? So you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be, is she for me or is she for you know what I'm saying, the cash? You don't know that. So I think that'll be a difficult time, harder for you to commit, on something. It's gonna take more time. They gonna want that shit right away, especially if they into that. So I think that can be a hard pill right there to swallow.
Right.
But
No,
I mean, but if you find that one, I mean, you still can find that one and everything be good and cool, and it still can turn out that y'all just don't mesh. And shit can go sour that way as well. But so shit.
but even when you get in a situation when you feeling somebody though, like you've taken the time, and have invested, like you know what I mean. Y'all are conversating, kicking it, building, all of that. What do you think is the hold back as far as taking it to that next level?
Man, it's just you being comfortable. You got to be comfortable with the situation, bro. I think. I mean, you got to feel that it's right for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna feel that it's right for you before you make that next move, because that next move you gonna go all in. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm following.
So I mean, that's just one of them situations, bro. Shit, we done all been through that motherfucker.
Trust is hard to come by these days.
Hell yeah.
Why?
You can't just be throwing trust around. Motherfuckers throwing trust around like love. You know what I'm saying? They just throwing that motherfucker. You can trust me. Next thing you know, burnt. You can trust me, burnt. That's earned. It ain't just given.
Right.
So, I mean, my view. You know?
How many times should it take for somebody to either leave something to move forward, depending on that person's, you know what I'm saying, energy and how they moving?
You said what?
Like, what does it take for somebody to burn your level of trust?
I mean, shit. Bro, it can be anything, bro. It can be a simple conversation that you hold that it done got out to somebody. Because if you can't hold a regular conversation, how can you go deeper than that?
Hold as if they're telling somebody else, or
Yeah, like
just
if you,
hold like just having, or is it both?
what you mean? Like if we just having a
So when you
conversation.
say hold the conversation, do you mean like the person tells the business, or
Yeah.
that they can't like literally communicate, like hold the conversation?
No. Tell your business, and then next thing you know, it's what I'm saying, it's on social media or something like that, getting out. Something that's that's to your heart, man. Something that you was like, look, man, I haven't told too many people. Only people I told is moms, pops, or something like that. And you went off, you told them
Yeah.
something, the next thing you know, the shit is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that the trust is hard, bro. I think that's everything.
So you work the other way around. They gotta earn it, and then there's other people who start with trust and allow people to break it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that goes hand in hand, because if you see it, you see it and you're around it, you're gonna be like, that's the one I can trust. You know, and if if they can't hold water, then you like, man, it's a wrap. I don't know if I can trust this person. You'll get that feeling, because you'll see certain things that go on, especially it happens around arguments.
Mm-hmm.
Shit quick to be thrown in your face that you don't say some shit. You was like, man, I didn't tell you this for you to throw it in my face. I told you because this is something that maybe I was feeling or I was going through, or I was reaching out to get answers for help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be throwing that in your face, and you be like, I ain't gonna tell this motherfucker nothing else. I ain't tell your ass nothing.
Yeah. No, that's real, bro. Real spell, my guy.
You know what I'm saying? You dig?
I dig it, brother. I appreciate you, my boy.
All day.
As always, man, we got to catch up, boy. It's been too long. I got to pull you up on here.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Shoot, what's the deal? Yeah, man, I told you. We gotta make something happen.
All right, I got you.
I need another hoodie too, bro. I've been wearing the shit out that mother.
We gonna talk, man.
For real.
We gonna talk, King.
Frank, man, where Frank ass at, man? That nigga, he gone.
Yeah, bro. But shit, I'm about to text you now, fool,
All right, bet.
and we'll figure it out.
Bet. I got you.
Yes, sir.
All right, boy.
All right.
Come on.
One. Oh shit. Oh, females going in on here. Hold up. Hold up. What's up? Well, yeah. Hold on. Better run this stuff. Oh, no lawyer there. Just waiting to have fun. Oh, Shawty running from it. That's what he get the female perspective, man. Folks on here.
Hey, how are you?
You sound like one of them moms that got like a young toddler or something trying to
I've
get them
got them
in
in the
bed. How you do
bed.
it?
Hold on.
Yeah, that's what that sound like.
You know
Hey,
the sound.
hey,
Hey, kids.
hey.
Hold on. I gotta go downstairs.
The topic tonight first started off with could you date somebody that nobody else wanted?
Yes, and then it transpired into a whole big deal, though.
Yeah, because I had to get like it was just I always gotta wait, man, for folks to come on. Let it go for a little bit before we dive in. So then I tried to break it up because last night was so heavy.
Yes, that was amazing last night. And is
Last night
Destiny
was
on here? Because I didn't see her on here.
she on here.
Is she?
She on here. What's up, King
Yay!
JoJo? Yeah, she on here.
Yeah, that was amazing last night. It was so powerful.
But
But yeah, so tonight is heavier. It's almost even heavier because if you're with somebody that why would you be with somebody that no one else likes? I mean, unless your circle is so big and you're judged by friends. You know what I
but
mean?
don't
Like
you?
why would you be with someone that's below your own standard that you would be not proud to bring around to people? That's what I would say.
But that's the thing, because some people don't know. And I'm not saying you date based on according to
Yeah.
making somebody else happy,
Right.
but
But
I
you
am asking.
yeah. And you are right about that though, because I definitely have friends that have said, like, well, what do you think? And I'd say, well, does it matter what I think? Tell me what you think first. And then they'll still go with but what do you think? You know what I mean?
See,
Looking
see,
for approval.
I
And
knew.
those are the
See,
same people that don't really ever find that I have like 80 layers because it's freezing on upstairs. So I'm slowly taking off a scarf.
you're
But
good.
those same people will not find happiness in those relationships, and that they will have the pattern that they leave, they end up leaving the people because
See,
they're looking for others' approval.
and that's where I was getting at,
Yeah.
because don't get me wrong. I feel like we're all gonna date who we feel is attractive or cool or
Right.
whatever. But I think that oftentimes it goes left. Um, it goes left whenever you with the person, you strolling. I know for us men, when you get that little high five, like, see you, boy, we see you over there, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Then
Then
it
it's like,
might
oh shit,
misdirect you and give you a little confidence in and give
but
you the
because they're basing it on 99% of the time the outer appearance. You know what I'm saying?
right.
They ain't heard a lick of what Shawty got to say.
Yeah.
They don't know how her mood is, her spirit, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? For us,
Yeah.
we literally will just based on, man, Shawty bad. She look good. Da, da,
Yeah,
da,
and
da, da.
I just said this the other day. I said my eyes betray me. It's hard. Like I said it. Like my eyes betray me because you can see someone and then you can still be so attracted to them and then they can break your heart and not treat you the right way and you just think, why would I even engage? Why would I even spend my beautiful energy? You know
Right,
what I mean? So
right.
that's another thing too. But you know what I think? Here's what I think about being with people that are approved by your friends and then having that excitement about, oh, my friends like them, I definitely made a good choice. I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to see what it is. But really, if you're wishy-washy, I mean, not to sound cutthroat, but like you really know inside that that's not the person for you because it's a pattern, and then you end up staying with them. But really, you could be with someone who's so loving, and then your friends might all love them and say, oh, he's so nice, he's so great, but he's too nice for you because you're not interested. I've seen it with so many people where they're not interested because you have to love yourself first. And if you don't have the self-love, it doesn't matter how many nice people, guys you could date or girls you could date that are attractive and then you're attracted to, but then you just never click because you don't click with yourself. You know what I mean? So it all comes down to that self-love again.
Kind of like in the same breath where it's like the females who want the bad guy, right? You know how that was like a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it's
if
definitely a
it's like
thing.
it's a good guy, solid dude, respectful, whatever, it's like that ain't as appealing
Hmm.
as, you know what I'm saying, somebody else that carries themselves this way or has that persona.
Right. Well, what it is the catch. Just like the guys, it's a natural instinct to want to catch a prize, a girl, their prey, their, acquisition, natural hunters, men. And then even if female, there's could be females that have more male genes that behave that way too. So you have that aspect, and then you have women who are nurturers, gatherers, or it could be also males that have that feminine instinct too, and you know what I mean. But the women want to reach for the emotions, and they're just like, I'm gonna get through there. This guy, that's my challenge. Everybody likes a challenge. So when you have a winning relationship is when you can love yourself, you can find that perfect partner, and then you guys can have connected goals, collective goals that you can strive to achieve together. You can find some commonalities, and that's when it gets exciting. It's the challenge that everybody wants. But if you're with a guy who doesn't want to open up his emotional side because, like, for 1,000 reasons we heard last night about how guys have been kicked out and they're just going to stay down there because it's not even comfortable to use the word love. So how can they represent their own, like, how can they be at this level? You know what I mean?
That's Queen, you in your bag tonight. My follow-up to that is, just like I asked my boy earlier, why do you feel people are so scared to commit? Why do you feel, let me ask from a female's point of view, because I feel that more females feel that it's the males, right? And that's fair.
Yeah.
So why do you feel that males are scared to, why are we scared to commit from your perspective?
Well, I think that, I think from my perspective, what I see, well, there's a couple different things that I see. I think that women have grown to be in a different type of role where women are accomplishing. I think men are a natural drive is to be a hero and to say, I'm doing my best and I'm representing, and this is what I'm bringing to the table. And I think there's a lot of communication breakdowns. And when are women saying, like, thank you so much for doing that for me? A woman and a woman, a man and a woman, it doesn't matter. It becomes, it can become a competition. And because if we don't have enough self-love, then we're looking outside for our own recognition. And I think that sometimes a man who may not have established or invested himself into something where he feels like he has established a legacy, then he might say, I'm scared that I might fail. I'm scared to commit. Am I going to do this? Am I going to make her happy? How can I make her happy if I'm not sure that I am? I think that a lot of men have it develop later on in their life after they've really committed to something that they feel that is worth bringing home to the table. I don't think it's about money. I think it's about what have you created as your legacy, and men and women. But I also think that there's a lot of broken families and broken homes out there. And when you have a relationship where you've seen it broken, then as a man, you are naturally built to be a warrior. And it's like, are you going to just lay it out on the table? I think it's very hard for a lot of men to lay it out on the table and to say, I'm going to lay this out there. And shit, I hope it doesn't get broken. But like, I see broken all around me. You know what I mean? So that's another factor. What do you think?
You touched on a lot of things. For one, because of societal standards, you know what I mean? If we can't come to the table and bring security, if we can't come to the table and be able to protect or handle ours as what society feels a man should do, that's definitely one reason why we kind of double dutch when it comes to like committing and doing stuff like that.
Right.
Another reason is I just feel that, honestly, and it was already mentioned in the chat, which is true, is that men want to have their options. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, they're willing to string it along and go however far anyone's going to let them go until they decide themselves that, okay, this one is standing out more so.
Right.
And then they'll slow roll it with that one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As well. Not all the time, but there'll be some times where they'll slow roll it with that female too. I feel another thing, which is probably the most important above all, is men are scared to get hurt.
Right.
And they don't want to admit that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
they won't be open or vulnerable to speak and just flat out say it. So the way to guard their hearts is to put up that wall. The way to guard their hearts is to have those options. And I mean, it ain't no other way around it. You know
And
what
it
I
can
mean?
hurt. It can
We
hurt
don't
them
do,
in the end.
yeah, and it's gonna hurt either way, because we don't do well with that, right? We don't do well with expectation. We don't do well with rejection. We don't do well with a few things. So then, we'll just kind of straddle that line as we are dating and in that process.
Right. And I think when it's the right person, then it's worth the patience of the
So then
relationship taking
there's
its
another
stages.
group of men, absolutely. So I don't want this message to be twisted, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not all men, because there are men who know what the hell they want and they go after what they want,
Right.
and they're willing to lock in or do whatever it takes for that person. So
Right.
don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, for the most part, that men are, and it's not a bad thing, but it just takes somebody to be understanding or figure out a way to communicate those things
Right.
in order to gain that understanding. In a conversation to do that, the same way women are scared or timid in dating, in the dating process, because especially when they like somebody, they don't want to step on their toes because they don't want to run them off, right?
Right.
It's the exact same thing, but just the other way around. And how many times I've had conversations with women just on this particular topic, where they're like, well, shit, I like the guy, I really do. I feel a lot deeper. I want to go to that next stage, that next step, or that next stage, and it always seems to happen that way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So then somebody, whether it's her or him, start backpedaling. And that's where it creates the problem, because instead of backpedaling, there needs to be a conversation.
Right. And the beauty of relationships, I mean, like, let's talk about a couple positives, is the dance between. It's the trust. It's the moving forward. It's the stepping back. It's the, is he going to call? Is she going to call? And it's that dance, that trust. So the more the trust can grow, then it can become a beautiful thing. And they did mention in the chat, and I totally agree with this, it's conveying to your partner that they are so special to you, that they are everything that you want to be with right now, like a king or a queen. So I think that is important too. But the trust is a beautiful thing. So when you can build it and slowly, even when you have communication breakdowns and then you work through it slowly, then that strengthens the relationship, and that's like a great thing too. So
Right, communication,
yeah, you got to still believe that
right.
it's out there.
And
But there is, like, there is another factor that I definitely personally have to bring up, because it's one that's close to my heart and a lot of others, I'm sure, but it's substances too can screw it all up. You know what I mean? Because it can cloud the person using the substance, and then it can, emit fear into the relationship, or, infuse it into the relationship, because it's you don't know what's going to happen, how it can play out. And that happens with so many young relationships, substance abuse or misuse, especially the young ones, like we were talking about the other night.
Right. No, that's a great point. Overtime, Shay said, do you get hurt when you let the right one go?
Yeah, that's a deep one.
That's like when you get fired at your favorite job.
But we always grow, and if something's
do.
meant to be, it comes back to you. It can come back 20 years. It can come back in 7 years, and sometimes it can come back and it's expired. You've outgrown it.
That's real. I like to look at the positive in a lot of relationships, no matter how they work or don't work.
I mean, aren't we always upgraded? Even when we go through hard times, it seems like we are upgraded. And I know it's definitely a mindset about how you view it, but it's always an upgrade, whether you're alone or in a different, separate relationship, that you've upgraded.
Right. The thing is for those people, again, because we keep talking about doing the work, The people have to do the work to understand what the upgrade looks like. There's a
Exactly.
lot of people out here who, whenever they go through a breakup, they're so busy trying to overdo it and look good and, you know, getting the likes and the double taps and the
Yeah.
comments. So then that's the surface level of the upgrade, right?
Right.
But spiritually, they're they're still in a sunken place. They're still
Exactly.
hurt. They're still going through the things that they're going through. So we have to understand those things. Like even if you feel that you've messed up a great situation, you know, you definitely have to, you know, hold yourself accountable. And as bad as you might have wanted that to work, or as bad as you know, might regret the thing that you did, you still got to be understanding of where you're going to go from that point, how you're going
Right.
to grow from that, how are you going to get better. And it's a process. And I want people to also understand too, like, don't beat yourself up during the process.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta trust the process. You know what I'm saying? And then as you're going through the process, like even these questions that we're talking about tonight, would you date somebody else that nobody else wants, or according to society that nobody else wants? But or you know, why are people scared to commit? And I think that when you're in a different space, you know, and you're in a different place in your life, then when you don't second guess things. You just go up on them, you move up on them, and then you just trust whatever happens. I like to tell people too, like, be comfortable and confident in how you moving. If it doesn't work out, that's fine, but that doesn't stop you, right? People get
Yes.
scared of dating, but
You just said a couple of my favorite words in my meditation. Literally, this is what I've just started infusing into my morning meditation is calm and confidence. Now, I've always had great confidence. I was in a car accident when I was little, face full of scars. So I have learned to be confident. It's who I am. But in a pandemic, after going through so much, I still need to like go back now to the calm and confidence. And it's key. It makes you who you are. And it just says whatever's meant to be is going to be for me. And anything that's not meant to be, let it go, you know?
I wanna bring up a great point because I don't want to miss this. So my partner, AD, 5-star athlete, excuse me, that's what it says in the thing. But he said, women, stop making men feel that you love harder, and vice versa. Stop speaking with, stop speaking negative with the spouse. Communicate and just love. I like that
Yes.
because it goes back to what you said about being competitional. Now, this is the experience I can speak from because I know that being in relationships before, it's always the thing of, I love you more and I care more, or you don't care as much, or you don't love me as much because of. And it's like, how can you tell somebody that?
Right. It's
You know
living
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
past pain that hasn't been healed.
Right. And not only that, but if this person is trying and doing all that they can, who are you to say that they love any more, any less than?
Yes. And I've dealt with that before in conversations. And I've asked the same question, like, how can you say that? How can you speak for me? It's projecting. It's projecting your own feelings onto someone else because I don't feel that way. I promise. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but you can promise till you're blue in the face. And if somebody doesn't believe you, then that's a communication breakdown. Destiny, communication is key. It's huge. It's everything. And
So,
even if it's hard communication, like if you have things that are going south and you need to bring them up, it's so good to bring them up, but bring them up in a place when you're in a good place, when you're at a great dinner, and you could say, you know what, could I share something with you that I would really love to work on where we could get better at it, instead of like it just coming out like, yeah, and that shit too. Like, when, you know what I
right.
mean? So it's about communication, but it's also about the delivery. The
So,
delivery is key too. Where, when, and how you convey.
I did not mean to cut you off, Queen, but I'm not about to let these women get away with this. So me and you gonna talk about it. So,
Oh,
so basically, Shay said that a lot of men don't know their love language. Then she said we all have to learn that, and then she said, or women don't know how that person shows love.
that's
And
right.
then Destiny chimed in right behind and said, yeah, they don't know. So my question to you is, do you feel that a lot of men don't know their love language?
I think that a lot of people don't know their own language to themselves. I think that I've spent a lifetime. I mean, like I said, I had this car accident when I was little. I had a near death experience. I've been praying and connecting for my whole life, but it takes true focus, self-love to really know yourself and identify. First, I'd start identifying your own senses. So you identify what's your first sense that you use. Do you like to use your eyes? Do you use your nose to identify things? It's interesting because you can see this with other people. But first know your senses. Then you can also start noticing how you love. In what ways? Do you like to write? Do you like to speak from the heart? Can you even identify with love? Or do you just go into a relationship, have the expression of touch that like escalates to intimacy, and then you're confused in relationships? So there's so many different love languages, but the senses are key too, like to knowing yourself. And when you can talk about it and communicate, again, the communication is key, then you got some hot shit. You got the good relationships.
No, you definitely do. And I think and some love languages change over time. I absolutely think that love languages change over time, for
Right.
sure. And then Kanisha, I hope I'm saying your name right, Queen. I hope I'm not messing up your name. She said comprehension is key when communicating, but it's interesting because a lot of people don't comprehend on the same level,
Right.
and you have to be mindful of that because when you assume or think that your partner is understanding or grasping information the same way you spitting it out, that's what causes more issues
Yes.
across the board.
I love it when people say, I'm receiving what you're saying. I'm comprehending. When they actually say the words, that's important. I mean,
And
it's
then,
very rare, but I literally, I pray for that. Like, let me be aligned with those who are into the same communication skills, and there's an eloquence of words. And just like you were talking about the 4 agreements, to be impeccable with our words. Words are so powerful, and so often people want to rush it and they say, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, or oh, like it I didn't mean it that way. Well, it could be, words can be meant in so many different ways. They can be interpreted, misinterpreted, and I think it happens often.
mm-hmm. that so one of the things I like to do, especially when I know it's going to be something hot and heavy, I always come with disclaimers. And one of the first disclaimers is it's not personal.
Yeah.
Right? So because I love you, or because I care for you, or because I value you or the relationship, whatever it comes out my mouth is only for the benefit, no matter how good or bad. Because for one, if you feel as bad, it's because I need to express myself. But for two, if we're both supposed to be going in the same direction in order to fix whatever it is that's going on, then you got to understand that it's not personal. And I'll make
Right.
sure that I watch my tone the best that I can. You know, I'll make sure that I try to communicate the best way that I can. But be patient. Just listen to me, not how I'm saying it, but just listen to what I'm saying and know that it's not personal.
Right.
I think that they all on some. That's all love, self-respect. Absolutely, Shay. Never stop learning one another. You can't. You
And
can't.
it's, yeah, and we do assign emotions to situations we shouldn't all of the time. That's so true, Destiny. And that's one thing that I think it's very important to express often. I hear you, the active listening, which is if one person says to another something, and then you can respond actively and say, I hear you saying this. I feel that you're meaning this. Is that
Mm-hmm.
correct? Am I
Right.
receiving that correctly? And I think that it's communication. If couples could get communication down, and they could believe in counseling, then if they both have the same goals and they're both willing to work, it should, everything. My grandmother used to say, relationships are like a bed. You got to get up and make them every single day. Sometimes people want to walk away, and they do. Or if they're just not present, they're not fully present in their love or in their mind, then you have to walk away eventually. you know
Let me let me ask you a question while I got you here, because I took some screenshots. Right, there are some pages out there for women, right, and there's quotes and these interesting comments. And give me a second while I look for
What did I say that was sweet? 5-star. I don't know what I said. I'm listening to the quotes. I'm listening. I'm definitely interested in the quotes.
So one, even though I understand like what they're trying to get at, but at the same time, for people who are reading it and how they're gonna take it, for example, it's like, marry a guy who speaks good words to you even when he's mad at you, right?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
It would be amazing. Hold on.
I don't know. I don't know. I have to have hope.
If you repeatedly where is this shit at? So, all right, scratch that. One that says, never trust a man that tries to destroy you when he's mad. That's weak. Why'd you look like that?
My face?
Yeah.
Well, because I
Especially now, this is a woman's page, and the reason why I screenshot this because I find it interesting, especially understanding the fact that as much as low as a woman will go when she's upset, and how she starts to attack. I just thought this was interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it, but at the same time, I felt that this is one of those toxic posts, man. It's real, real tricky.
see. I guess I don't go low. I don't go low. And I'm a forgiver to a fault. So I smile because words have been said to me in a relationship before, and then that is their way of lashing out because they don't know of any other way. And so I'm a forgiver because I know how this person was raised, and I know that the forgiveness that comes afterwards, and I know they don't mean it.
Well, we still have to be mindful with our words, but it's the notion of, because I've seen a lot of posts that get you one that no matter how you talk to him, that he's kind or he does this or he does that, and it's like, wait, what?
Yes, my father's like that. He's like the sweetest man on the planet, no matter how anyone would talk to him. But luckily, he has my mom, who's an amazing spirit. So
we're not generalizing, Miss Kanisha. Please understand that. Anytime I speak or say something, I'm never going to say all. And if somebody else was to speak that way, we're definitely going to make sure that we're not throwing everybody under that boat. But what I am saying, Miss Kanisha, is the fact that there are multiple pages out here that are getting multiple likes with commentary like this, because that's the narrative. That's the way that it's supposed to be understood. And my thing is it shouldn't be that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the respect goes a long way. It has to be something that's done across the board. Because when you're with somebody, right, like how these quotes are saying, marry a guy or whatever, or marry a woman, or just find you a partner where we understand and we know how to talk to each other properly.
Right.
Where we put respect, like we respect the relationship above all. So even if we find ourselves getting out of pocket, we'll be quick to apologize because of the love and respect that we have for that person. Find you somebody that doesn't always have to be right.
Exactly.
Find you somebody that doesn't always have to get their point across, or it has to always be about them. Because if it's us versus the problem, then it's not going to be a one-sided thing.
Exactly.
So I don't, I apologize if that's what you took from that. That is definitely not where I'm going with it. I don't feel you're going with that way with it, Queen. It's just something that we need to understand across the board, because I look at people that I have the ultimate respect for, or that I love and I care for, and you automatically, at least in my opinion, is something where I know I'm not willing to go here with that person.
Right.
Why? Because the love and the respect is so high. I'm not willing to disrespect somebody, because if I know your heart, I tell people all the time, like if you saying you fuck with somebody the way that you say, and if you know they heart like that, why are you so turned up? Why are you going at them like that?
Exactly.
Why are you talking about them like that?
You know why? Because a lot of people were raised to feel that in order to get a rise, in order to get some type of response and some type of attention, they need to like go full force at someone to get to the love, you know?
Right. And that's but again, that's the thing that I feel like we missed the mark on, because when I go back and I look at how many arguments I've been a part of, it's like what the fuck are we doing?
Right.
Why? What are we getting out of this point? You want to be right? All right, cool. Now that you're right, now what? And it never goes anywhere.
Right.
So you give a person what they want, then what's the next step? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
what literally is the next step? And it's frustrating because even though we all have a right to be upset, we all have a right to feel how we feel, especially if somebody or some, you know what I'm saying, if somebody's done us wrong and we feel some way about that, then that's understandable. But just because somebody's done you wrong, it doesn't mean that you have to return that same energy.
Right.
That's another thing that frustrates me about people. Is literally kind of like an eye for an eye, or hurt people gonna hurt people, and that's a bunch of BS.
Yeah, it's stopping in a heated moment to ask yourself, ask your partner, what is my intention? What is our intention? You know?
And that's why I question people, and that's why I question their love.
I hear you.
That's just me. I genuinely and honestly feel like, man, when you're in a space with someone and you connect with them on so many different levels, no matter what you all have going on, you're going to figure out a way to discuss it. You're going to figure out a way to communicate, listen. You'll find a way to react and respond out of love.
Right.
And not enough of that is happening. And I know.
I know we need to send the whole world a bunch of books.
Especially in some of the relationships I've been in, like that shit be all good until that person feels like you've done something to them that they don't like, and then all the love shit goes out the window.
Like in one fell swoop?
It can't be when you start speaking to somebody the way that you speak to them. Like I'm interested and intrigued always by people who say that this person is perfect for them, or you know, the Most High has brought this person in their life, or this, that, and the third, but then you talk to this person the way that you talk to them. You address them the way that you address them. You speak to them the way that you speak to them. You cut them off the way that you cut them off. And the list goes on and on and on. Ultimately, all that stuff has to deal with the lack of respect, or how you just going to flat out disrespect them or the situation. And it doesn't get nobody anywhere. And then that doesn't account for the fact of now you going to your friends, you talking business, you telling business. You know what I'm saying? So now you're not even keeping your household safe because you gossiping, or you going to the wrong people about what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I think that's very important. I think that you keep it tight when you're in a good, healthy relationship. I think it's okay to ask that your intimate conversations and that your business stays your business. I think that that's perfectly acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know that many people do. I think that a lot of times we just naturally gravitate towards reaching out for our friends and looking for, again, like we were talking about earlier, the outside opinion of our relationships with others, but it comes down to our opinion of ourselves and how we are handling it. Because maybe if we feel insecure, like, do you think I handled that okay? I'm going to tell my girlfriend, girl, do you think that I handled that okay? But then you end up saying your business about that's intimate business that's in your relationship with your partner. And that's a breakdown. That's a trust breaker. It's a trust breaker when you find out that someone knows something that you shared, especially your friend that you had on earlier, and he said that it ends up on social media. I mean, I would be running from that, Miss Juicy. I would be running from that shit. That's what I would run from, is trust breakers. And I ran.
it's a lot of trust breaking going on, and then the unfortunate part is people don't feel that there's anything wrong with the things that they do or how they move. And that's what's so interesting. And I think that's the disconnect with us as human beings, because we all swear we got this shit figured out and we don't. And we have a
Exactly.
long
Know-it-all is a serious problem in
yeah, we got a long
relationships.
way to go. Relationships across the board, or just in life in general, man. Like people that don't, there's people out here that's not even waking up just saying thank you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's frustrating and it's heavy.
You know what's beautiful to have in a relationship that you get going, that you're into, and I think that you would appreciate this, using it with your kids, because your kids are at a good age right now, is sharing a journal, a love journal. And you write notes to each other. Doesn't matter who's got it, pass it around. I'm grateful for you because I loved it how you hugged your sister today. I loved it how you ran back and got this, this thing for me, or this thing for her or for him. And then you can go back and read the journal, and it's awesome. So those can keep you on point. Then you can pick up the journal. Like, I think it's important to do it in an intimate relationship, and you pick up the journal and you're like, I've written every page. There's no pages for me. So then you could say to your partner, can you start sharing? And then, oh, okay, well, that's how we notice that we need to start communicating more. So that's a fun activity.
Yeah,
Some people, how we were talking about love languages earlier, some people are more comfortable writing things. And this is good. We were talking about AD, 5-star, and I were talking the other night and on a live. And it's almost like sometimes with kids, to get them to talk about their feelings, it's almost like you can give them a book to read about it, and then they could write about it, and then they can talk about it. So sometimes in relationships, people have priorities about how they communicate. So they could write first.
right.
And then they could read it, and then you can talk.
It's awesome. That's awesome, Queen. When they talking some good stuff on here, hug your loved ones and friends, especially those you've had for 35 years.
Oh, yes, that's Abby. Hi, I love you.
That's what's up, man. I'm definitely appreciative to see beautiful relationships, man. So
I agree. It's rare.
I appreciate you, Queen, as always. You got any
too.
you got any good words for the good people, man, before we shut this thing down?
I would just say my thing is to love and be loved. Love and be loved. Represent, be you. Love yourself first, and then you'll put out the love. And what you put out is often a reflection, hopefully a reflection of what you're putting out. And if it's not, then find the reflection that mirrors your heart.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna definitely leave it on a good note as well, man. I'm gonna say that we need to remove expectations.
Yes.
I feel that whatever we choose to do needs to come out of the kindness and the genuineness of our hearts.
Right.
I see so many times that people are even getting in relationships for something to get out of it, or doing things for people or gestures, and then awaiting some type of response or how they feel they should go about telling them thank you.
Right.
Stop doing shit for people. Stop getting in relationships. Stop saying you love somebody, man, with the expectation of something out of it. We got to get to the point, man, where we're literally doing what we want to do, how we want to do it, because that's who we are.
Right.
At the end of the day. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Be genuine in your love. Be real in your
expect nothing in return, but then you get it.
Exactly.
I agree. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? And just be really transparent with that, because I think the more and more that people continue to wake up and really understand and notice and really be true to how they feel, that they're starting to see the bullshit and everything else that's going on with people when it comes to relationships, friendships, you know, a relationship with your significant other, a family member,
Right.
or whatever, people are starting to understand, even if they don't quite get it all the way, that something doesn't feel right or it doesn't look, you know, in the way that they feel that it should look. You know,
Right.
we got to get away from that. Like, we got to literally, from the time we wake up to the time we go to bed, man, do things for you, for yourself, not
Right.
for anybody else. We got to do that, and we got to be genuine, man. Remove the expectations, man. I get sick and tired of, even for myself. So I'm going to put that out there, because I know a lot of times, you know, even with, you know, whether it's people I'm cool with or, you know, relationships or whatever, like it's like people always have the expectation. And then when it doesn't feel genuine, man, it just fucks the whole vibe up. You know what I'm saying? So I just encourage people, man, like, for real, get back to the point, man, where you're moving and doing things that are on your spirit. When you're
Exactly.
not asking for shit, you don't want nothing in return, because that's who you are. And at the
Right.
end of the day, the Most High is going to make sure that you get above and beyond back.
Right. Right. And I think that when you focus on yourself, or you focus on your give back, your creativity, and what you're putting out to the world, what, like we talked about, legacy, what you're leaving, then you're so focused on just giving, that when you receive something that reflects what's really meant for you, it's a beautiful thing. It's a bonus. You know what I mean? Like, I've told myself, like, a couple years ago, like, I'm committed to being a woman of service, but then, you know, it's a beautiful thing when you receive, like, love back, you know, in increments. And I just think that what you put out is paramount. Like, I think your everyday, like how you were talking about how you wake up every day, I do that too. Like, before I even move my body, I thank God for my toes, for my arches, for my ankles at work, um, for my legs, for everything. And then your day, it's like, to me, time is short. I always seem to want more time in my day. It flies by. So how am I spending my day? Is, like, was this a day that was worth, like everything that I stand for? Fuck yeah. My every day should be that way.
Yeah, and I love what you said, and I do agree with you. It is a beautiful thing when you get love back. But some of us, there are some people in this world that feel like they ain't getting no love back.
Yeah.
And there are some people in the world that even the love that they are getting back is unfamiliar. And that's why, you know what I mean, I was just trying to encourage people, like, man, at the end of the day, it's just about you. And you got to be your biggest fan. You got to be your number one all day, every day.
And you have to trust. And if the love isn't coming, I mean, can we agree that when we experience these relationships, that they're often the same cyclical message or pattern of learning? So
Mm-hmm.
once we master that, then we have periods where either we're alone and we're learning, and then love will come at the right time,
Mm-hmm.
or you're in the next relationship which you're learning something similar if you haven't mastered it yet, or you're in one for the long haul if you've learned and you've healed, and then you're ready.
You're in the next
You're in the
relationship
next
dealing
level.
with something similar that you ain't been. Whew, Lord have mercy.
I
You
know.
about to make us go another hour, man. That's why I was trying to get off. I knew you was gonna give us a good gospel. Now I got to cut your mic off. See what I'm saying?
Cut
We
my
gonna
mic off. Cut my mic
make
off.
sure you DM me that one, boy, cause that one right there so heavy.
It's
But
true, though.
but
It's true.
everybody
And
out here
if you're
leveling
not
up,
getting
though.
back, if you're not getting it
They,
back, it's just around the corner. I truly believe that to have blind faith is important, and that when the time is right, because if you're healed and you're loving yourself fully, and you haven't gotten it, then there's something that that is meant for you to be giving out in order to attract it to you, and it will come. It will.
God bless you,
It's
Queen.
out there. I believe everybody.
God bless you, man. Well, I appreciate you. Get you some rest. Don't need you whispering no more. Kiss them babies, man. We will see you on here
I'm
mañana.
Yeah, I'm gonna see your thing tomorrow. So,
All right.
all right, bye guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
All right, kid. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, man. are you shocked when you receive something because you're not? Yeah, I feel everybody should be. You know what I'm saying? But man, appreciate y'all. I seen y'all was real active in these comments, man. So salute. You know, just glad that the congregation, you know, again is continuing to grow, man. And we be touching on a lot of different topics, man. And you know, it's crazy how the spirit will move us, and we just be going all over the place, man. But love y'all, man. It's just small things to think about because again, it's just the mindset. You know what I'm saying? The mentality behind it. And oftentimes, even though it's a silly thing, man, but it's a lot of men and women out here, for one, who date based on the fact that that's either what other people want or, you know, that this is somebody who's popping or whatever. And then on the flip side, the reason why it's hard for people to commit, you know, why they're scared to commit. So, man, we got to bring real, true, genuine relationships back, man. Them real solid foundations back. You know what I mean? And that's the stuff that matters, man. So love y'all. We're gonna be back on deck mañana. Gonna be a good one tomorrow. Gonna take a different turn tomorrow. But y'all be blessed, man. Much love. Miss Destiny, you know, we're gonna be back on deck one of these days. Appreciate you holding us down. You, AD, Miss Juicy, everybody that was on here. Saj Queens, G18, everybody on here was showing love, man. So salute. Appreciate y'all, man. Catch up with y'all again. Chill.